Hey everybody, welcome to Breakfast All Day. Matt, Christy, Alonso, doing a little catch-up on a movie that opened a few weeks ago, but it is still kind of holding its own as an indie release and maybe making its way around the country as we speak. The movie is The Peanut Butter Falcon, which premiered at South by Southwest?
Maybe.
I think so.
Yes.
It stars a newcomer named Zach Gottssgen. He plays a... what is
He's got Down syndrome.
He had Down syndrome.
Okay,
Yeah, he's in his early 20s and he has Down syndrome.
Sorry,
I'm
I saw
reading
this
the
movie-
Wikipedia page.
I
'cause
saw
haven't
this
seen
movie
it.
3 weeks ago, and I'm still jet lagged.
I'm
so
reading on the
forgive me.
internet because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
He has Down syndrome, and he is obsessed with the idea of going to a wrestling school that is run by his idol, who is played by Thomas Hayden Church. And the state has no facilities for people with Down syndrome, so he's been living in an old folks' home, and the social worker tending to him is played by Dakota Johnson. With the help of his roommate Bruce Dern, Zach escapes one night. He oils himself up, pulls back the bars of the windows, and gets out, and makes his way into the wilds of the Florida swamp.
It's North Carolina.
Oh, you're right. God,
It's
I'm
the Outer
sorry.
Banks.
I'm really exhausted.
It's okay.
It all feels like Florida.
You're doing great. It does feel like Florida. It feels very swampy and
It
hot
is.
and sticky. yes.
Totally.
But it's North Carolina Outer Banks.
You're right. Outer Banks of North Carolina. He encounters a fisherman played by Shia LaBeouf, and who is himself on the run, and so the two of them become fugitives together, and unlikely best pals, and road trip ensues.
So this sounds super mawkish.
Oh God, yes. I saw the trailer and just thought, ew, no.
Right. It sounds super twee and adorable.
And then everybody kept saying, no, it's good.
it's good. It's like a modern day Mark Twain story.
It is very much hitting those vibes. I
Right.
mean, it is two guys on a raft at one point.
Right.
You know?
And it reminds me a lot also of Beasts of the Southern Wild, in that it manages to balance this really wildly romantic kind of fairy tale element with just gritty, grimy reality of poverty and desperation.
True, but
and it's
it
got them
doesn't-
both going at the same time.
It doesn't try to pull one over on you the way Beasts of the Southern Wild did in terms of like the horribleness of the poverty and not trying to make it all magical or whatever. You
No,
know?
I mean, they're not trying to make the poverty magical, but they don't shy away from the poverty within a magical realm.
No, absolutely.
And Shia LaBeouf is maybe doing his best work ever here.
He's so good in this.
He's so good.
I have not seen Honey Boy.
Neither have I.
But I've already heard people out of Toronto saying, like supporting actor Oscar, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, how
So-
is he? Oh, about this or about Honey
no,
Boy?
about Honey
Wait,
Boy.
so he's like he's a supporting actor? I guess it's
Because
Zach Gottsagen's story.
He plays his own dad in that one. Noah Jupe plays basically the Shia LaBeouf character.
Oh,
in
interesting.
that one.
Okay.
So anyway, we're having a LaBeouf-assance, I guess.
Shia-sance.
A Shia-sance. Yeah, no, he's really good in
Return of
this.
LaBeouf.
There's
the butt. There's the
there we
beef.
go.
There's the beef.
Where's LaBeouf? He's really great. Gottssgen is really great. I always enjoyed Dakota Johnson. This is a sweet film, and it's sweet but never cloying. And
Never.
I think the poverty, the sort of the willingness to sort of portray that maybe kind of keeps it from feeling too precious. I was really surprised. This is not a movie I wanted to see, and the way it was marketed to me did not make me want to see it. But I trusted some film critics, and I'm glad I did because it's quite charming.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that on paper sounds like, oh God.
Yeah,
like,
could we not?
There's a kid with Down syndrome, and like Shia LaBeouf is an outlaw crab fisherman. I believe this is perhaps the directorial debut of these two guys. It's
Yes.
the feature debut of Tyler Nilsson and Mike Schwartz.
Yes.
And it is the balance they find here tonally is really surprisingly mature and solid for some filmmakers who've never done this before. I was very impressed by
There's
that.
like one aspect that I would have liked a little more explanation about, like basically the flashbacks regarding Shia LaBeouf's brother, in terms of how that colors the actions that he commits in the film that seem random and inexplicable. Like by the end of it, I still couldn't explain why he was doing certain things that he had done to certain people. We should mention John Hawkes.
John Hawkes is in it too
as a nemesis. Because it's John Hawkes.
Yes.
You know.
No, it's an incredible cast they put together here of like amazing character actors, and
Totally.
I don't know how they did this with their first film. to get Bruce Dern and Thomas Hayden Church and John Hawkes. And then your
Yeah.
stars are Shia
And your-
LaBeouf and
Dakota
Dakota
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
She's really good in this too, and she's like the voice of reason, but they never make her like the
nag.
scolding woman. Like she's
Yeah.
along for the adventures too. She truly wants what is best for this guy, and Zach Gottssgen has amazing comic timing.
Oh, totally.
He and Shia play off of each other so beautifully and so seemingly naturally. It's great to watch.
And the movie, I think, is very smart about, like, I have seen films with characters with Down syndrome where they really sort of like,
Overdo
they
it.
either infantilize them
Right.
or they sort of overdo the childlike innocence or whatever. And this guy is very, like, he knows what he wants and he has some idea of how the world works. And yes, some people are awful to him, but like, LaBeouf's character is so completely just like dealing with him on a direct level and is very smart about keeping other people from being condescending to him in a well-meaning way even. You know, I haven't really seen this kind of portrayal in a mainstream American movie.
Yes, so we enjoyed it. So again, please trust us on this. If it sounds like something that is not your cup of tea,
Yeah.
it might be your cup of tea.
Yeah, no, if you were turned off by that trailer, I'm with you. See the movie anyway. You may be shocked.
Okay, what's your number?
I said 7.5.
I'm saying 8. Our number is 7.8. It is at 95% on the tomato meter.
Wow. All right. So yeah,
Is there a lot of peanut butter in it?
there's some. The
Yes.
peanut butter does come up.
Every time I
Spoiler,
saw
they
this
eat peanut butter.
Every time I see this title, I think of Peanut Butter Wolf, the DJ.
Right.
Who's that?
He's a DJ and founder of Stones Throw Records.
What's
He-
that?
He has a Christmas album. It's a thing. Anyway, so check it out.
You're
Why
so
not?
uncool, Christy.
Thank
I am so uncool. I listen to Yacht Rock in my Subaru.
If I had SiriusXM, I would too. Thank you for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at BeFastAllDay on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. We're talking about trailers and movie news and all other special goodies just for our patrons. We really appreciate you. Thanks for watching.
No. Hold on.
Oh, you sorry.
I want to tease something.
Oh,
I want to tease. I want to tease my what I do on Mondays.
yes.
I post the a la carte episodes on Mondays. So this week we have John Lang, who is a indie film producer. He's been around for a little while. Probably his best known movie is Lucky, which was Harry Dean Stanton's final film. He is a good Texan. He has lots of good stories to tell about growing up in Texas and working in independent film. A lot of good advice about like actually getting to LA and doing it, like getting in the nitty gritty and like
You mean
building a
aside from
career.
don't do it.
Right. If you
Sorry.
are idealistic and want to come to LA, John Lang has good advice for you on how to actually do it. So that will be out on Monday.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.